Hello and welcome to our e-poster presentation on the HRM problem emerging issues in the transport and logistics industry. Introduction. The transport and logistics industry forms a foundation of global commerce by ensuring the efficient movement of goods, services and people across international and domestic supply chains. It encompasses multiple interconnected subsectors including road freight, aviation, maritime shipping, rail transport, warehousing and last mile delivery. This sector has experienced rapid transformation in recent years, largely due to globalization, the expansion of e-commerce, and the emergence of digital supply chain systems. While these developments have enhanced operational efficiency and connectivity, they have simultaneously generated new human resource management challenges that directly impact workforce planning, productivity, and organizational sustainability. Unlike traditional HR practices that focus primarily on administrative and compliance-based functions, contemporary HRM in transport and logistics must take a strategic role in managing workforce evolution. The most pressing challenges currently include labour shortages and workforce ageing, technological disruption and automation, workplace health and safety, diversity and inclusion, sustainability in green HRM, and complex employee relations due to the rise of technology-aligned, future-orientated, and centred around employee engagement and capability building. Ultimately, the ability of HR leaders to address these issues will determine the long-term competitiveness and resilience of organisations in this sector. 2. Labour shortages and workforce ageing. One of the most significant HRM challenges facing the transport and logistics sector is a shortage of skilled labour. The International Road Transport Union, IRU, 2002 reports that driver shortages have reached crisis level across several advanced economies, including Australia. In Australia's road freight industry, approximately 50% of the workforce is over the age of 45, indicating an ageing demographic that threatens the continuity of expertise and experience. As veteran workers retire, there is an insufficient influx of younger workers to replace them, creating a widening skills gap across transport operations, logistics, coordination, and warehouse management. The causes of these shortages are multifaceted. Firstly, the nature of the work in a sector is often perceived as unattractive due to the long hours, isolation, and physically demanding conditions. The heavy reliance on shift work and extended periods away from home further contributes to poor work-life balance and fatigue-related turnover. Secondly, entry barriers are high. Training and licensing requirements can be costly and time-consuming, discouraging new entrants. Finally, the industry's image problem, often viewed as low-skilled and male-dominated, limits its appeal among younger generations and women. From an HRM perspective, addressing labour shortages requires strategic talent management and workforce planning. Employers must enhance the industry's image to employer branding campaigns that promote technological advancement, sustainability and career stability. Partnerships with vocational and tertiary institutions can establish pathways for apprenticeships and traineeships, reducing entry barriers for young workers. Furthermore, retention initiatives such as flexible scheduling, mental health support and recognition programs can reduce turnover rates. Succession planning mentorship programs should be prioritised to facilitate intergenerational knowledge transfer between experienced and new employees. A holistic HR approach that combines attraction, development and retention strategies is essential to building a sustainable workforce in the logistics sector.
My name is Margarita and I will continue with technological transformation and automation. So the logistic industry is currently undergoing an unprecedented technological revolution. Digital technologies such as AI, the Internet of Things, robotics, and data analytics are transforming operational processes and reshaping job structures. Major global companies like Amazon and DHL, for example, employ automated guided vehicles, robotic picking systems, and predictive analytic tools to improve inventory control, route optimization, and supply chain visibility. Autonomous trucks, drone deliveries, and blockchain-enabled freight tracking and rapidly transitioning from experimental to mainstream operations. While these innovations enhance productivity and efficiency, they also create significant HRM implications. A key concern is skill mismatch. Many workers with traditional manual or mechanical expertise lack the digital competences required to operate, monitor, or maintain new automated systems. This mismatch increases reliance on external contractors and consultants, undermining internal capability development. Strategic HRM responses must therefore prioritize digital literacy and workforce adaptability. HR departments should conduct skills audits to identify gaps, establish upskilling and reskilling programs, and promote a culture of continuous learning. Integrating change management strategies can also mitigate resistance by ensuring transparency in technology implementation and involving employees in the transformation process. Ethical issues such as data protection, AI transparency, and equitable access to technological training must be explicitly addressed within HR policies. The next topic that I would like to cover is workplace health, safety, and well being. Occupational health and safety is a fundamental HRM concern within transport and logistics, a sector characterized by high physical and psychological demands. Workers routinely face extended driving hours, manual lifting, night shifts, and time pressures. According to the National Heavy Vehicle Regulation, fatigue related accidents are one of the leading causes of fatalities in the Australian road sector. These risks are compounded by long-term injuries, repetitive strain, and exposure to hazardous events. So, beyond physical hazards, there is an increasing recognition of psychological well being as a critical HRM priority. Truck drivers and warehouse workers often experience isolation, job insecurity, and high stress, particularly when facing tight delivery schedules or unpredictable workloads. The COVID-19 pandemic magnified these pressures, with frontline logistics workers continuing to operate under heightened risk while managing global supply disruptions. To manage these challenges, HRM strategies must adopt a holistic well-being approach. This involves implementing fatigue management systems, providing access to counseling and employee assistance programs, and designing flexible rosters that support rest and family time. Well-being programs that integrate nutrition, exercise, sleep management, and stress reduction can enhance morale and reduce absenteeism. Furthermore, promoting a safety culture where employees feel empowered to report hazard without fear of reprisal is critical to reducing accidents. By embedding safety and well-being indicators into performance reviews and leadership KPIs, HR professionals can ensure these values remain central to organizational practice. A strong safety culture not only protects employees but also enhances productivity, compliance, and employer reputation.
My name's Rania and I'll be speaking on the next part of the project. So I'm looking into diversity, inclusion, and gender imbalance. The transport and logistics sector remains one of the most male-dominated industries worldwide, with women comprising of less than 20% of the workforce across most subsectors. The underrepresentation of women, particularly in operational and leadership roles, stem from a deep-rooted cultural stereotype that portrays logistics as physically intensive and male-orientated. Additionally, a lack of appropriate facilities, e.g. rest areas and amenities for women, and flexible work schedules further prevent women participation. In addition to gender disparities, globalization has increased the presence of cultural diversity, and migrant workers introduced new challenges in relation to communications, inclusions, and equitable treatment. From a human resource management perspective, promoting diversity and inclusion is not merely a social responsibility, but a strategic priority. Research consistently shows that diverse teams foster a greater creativity, innovation, and problem-solving, overall creating a vital environment for moving forwards in logistics. Human resource strategies should therefore include targeted recruitment campaigns that encourage female applicants. the introduction of flexible rostering and parental support policies, and diverse training for supervisors and management to soften unconscious bias. Establishing mentors and leaders development programs for women and underrepresented groups can further accelerate the equality within the sector. Inclusive human resource policies that support cultural understanding, such as language training, religious accommodations, and anti-discriminatory frameworks, can also improve the structure among cultural teams. By embracing inclusivity as a core organizational value, logistics companies can strengthen their reputation, attract a broader talent pool, and achieve competitive advantage throughout a diverse workforce. Next, I'll be looking into sustainability in green human resource management. Sustainability has emerged as a defining challenge for the transport and logistics industry, which is responsible for a significant proportion of global greenhouse gas emissions. Stakeholders, regulators, and consumers are increasingly demanding environmentally responsible operations, compelling organizations to transition forward into green logistics. This shift requires human resource management to play an active role in embedding sustainability values within the organizational cultural practices. Green human resource management integrates environmental practices into human resource functions such as recruitment, training, performance management, and reward systems. For instance, human resources can incorporate eco-friendly into the job description and elevate metrics such as fuel-efficient driving, reduction in idling time, or energy conservation at warehouses. Training programs can raise awareness for waste reduction, carbon emissions, and sustainable chain practices. In recruitment, organizations can prioritize candidates who demonstrate environmentally awareness to align with corporate social responsibility goals. Beyond operational improvements, green human resource management positions sustainability as a shared responsibility among employees. Recognitions and reward systems can incentivize green behavior, while communication campaigns can provide awareness for the organization's environmental objectives. As a result, green human resource management not only contributes to carbon reduction, but also enhances employees' bargaining and stakeholder trust. By aligning human resource policies with sustainable objectives, logistics campaigns can demonstrate ethical leadership and secure long-term competitiveness in the market, driven by environmental accountability.
The structure of employment in the logistics industry has evolved rapidly with the rise of gig economy, subcontracting, and platform-based delivery models. Many workers now operate under flexible and non-standard arrangements, particularly in last-mile delivery sectors through platforms like Amazon Flex, Uber Freight, and DoorDash. While such models provide autonomy and flexibility, they also blur the distinction between employees and independent contractors, creating significant HRM and industrial relations concerns. These arrangements often come with limited job security, absence of traditional benefits such as superannuation, paid leave, and workers' compensation, and exposure to variable pay and long working hours. There have been growing reports of wage theft, sham contracting, and unfair labor practices across the sector. Furthermore, gig workers often lack union representation or collective bargaining power, limiting their ability to advocate for fair treatment. From an HR standpoint, balancing flexibility with fairness is essential. Organizations must ensure compliance with national labor standards, such as Australia's Fair Work Act, prevent misclassification of workers, and provide transparent communication about pay and entitlement, developing strong industrial relations and frameworks, including consultation committees, grievance handling mechanisms, and workers' feedback systems, can foster trust and reduce disputes. By prioritizing ethical HR practices and transparent communication, employees can enhance engagement and protect corporate reputation in an industry frequently criticized for precise work arrangements. Strategic HRM responses addresses the multiple and urgent challenges in transport and logistics requires HRM to evolve from an operational support role to a strategic business partner. The integration of HR strategy with organizational objectives is critical for sustained competitiveness and adaptability. Key strategic responses include, first of all, data-driven HRM, leveraging workforce analytics to forecast labor shortages, identify skill gaps, and improve requirement efficiency. Predictive analytics can also help model the impact of automation and demographic changes on workforce needs. The second one, employees branding, promoting logistics career as stable, technologically advanced, and environmentally responsible to attract younger generations and skilled professionals. The third one is continuous learning and development. Partner with vocational and tertiary institutions to deliver micro-credentials and certifications in digital logistics, AI, sustainable supply chain management. The fourth one is health and well-being integration, embedding safety and wellness metrics into KPIs and managerial performance reviews to institutional and well-being culture. And the last one is cross-functional collaboration, strengthening coordination between HR, operations, and safety departments to ensure that human capital strategies align with operational efficiency and regulatory compliance. A forward-thinking HRM approach must also anticipate evolving legal, social, and technological trends, ensuring that ethical and inclusive practices remain at the core of business strategy. The future success of logistics organizations will depend on HR's ability to manage change proactively and align human capital strategy with innovation and sustainability goals.
Conclusion. The transport and logistics industry is at a pivotal moment of transformation. The combined forces of technological disruption, demographic change, sustainability imperatives, and shifting employment models are reshaping the way the sector operates. These dynamics create complex HRM challenges that require strategic foresight, adaptability, and human-centered solutions. By addressing workforce shortages through talent development, managing technological change through continuous learning, ensuring safety and well-being, fostering diversity and inclusion, embedding sustainability through green HRM, and maintaining ethical employee relations, HR professionals can position the industry for long-term resilience. The future competitiveness of transport and logistics organisations will rely not solely on automation or operational efficiency, but on their capacity to attract, retain, and empower people within an evolving global landscape. In an industry defined by movement and change, the most valuable drivers of progress remains the human workforce. Thank you for listening.